BNTouch CRM helps you manage mortgage information vital to your business, from borrower contact information to loan progress data, from communication with your partners to their co-branding for marketing emails. To make sure you can always find exactly what you were looking for, our robust Pik-a-Search tool is available in each of your record databases. With this feature, you can perform detailed searches, find records based on almost any criteria, and take actions upon several records at once. Information for your borrowers, partners, and recruits in your CRM is stored in records. Think of a record as a file folder containing everything that pertains to that person in your system. Every piece of data, from a phone number to a preferred language, is connected to a record. These records are then organized into databases, including mortgages for borrowers and clients, partnerships for people you interact with in the mortgage process, and, optionally, recruiting for your staff. These databases can be easily opened using the tabs at the top of the page. If you click on the title of one of these tabs, you'll be taken to an organized list of the records inside it. This list can be sorted and navigated, but sometimes you need to find a specific record without browsing through a list of names. In this case, click the magnifying glass icon to the right of the Mortgages, Partnerships, or Recruiting tab. This will open the Pik-a-Search tool for that tab. At the center of the page, you will see one or more search criteria consisting of a field name, a drop-down menu of qualifiers, and a text box. Each of these lines is a filter that you can use to search for records in the selected database. For example, the Borrower First Name filter allows you to search records by the name of the client. Whatever you enter in the text box will be looked for in the corresponding field of your records. Following the previous example, you may search the Borrower First Name field of your records for Christine to find her record. The qualifier menu determines how that field is searched. In this case, if you are searching the Property Street 1 field of your records for Broadway, you could use the qualifier to either find records with an address that contains Broadway or that does not contain it. For some fields, you may see other qualifier types, like equals or does not equal. In each case, this option lets you choose how the Pik-a-Search tool narrows your search results. As long as you have at least one filter with text to look for in the text box, you can click the Search Records button above or below to start the search. To the left of the search filters, you will see a series of options with checkboxes. Each of these represents a category of filters available for searching your databases. Some are very specific. If you click on the Basic Name Search category, you'll see simply Borrower First Name and Borrower Last Name. Others, however, contain many data fields. Clicking Mortgage will show many of the mortgage detail options from a client's record, like loan purpose, rate, and estimated closing date. You can enter information for several different filters at a time, and all filters that have text in the text field will be simultaneously used when you click the Search Records button, even if they aren't on the screen anymore. For example, if you use the Property State field to look for properties in Texas, then use the Loan Purpose equals Purchase filter, you can click Search Records to look for the records that match both criteria, any that have properties in Texas and are purchase loans. Many categories are listed to the left of the Pik-a-Search. Some may be hidden. You can show them by clicking More below the list. If you use some categories more than others, check the box to the left of the category name. Then, you can click Less to hide all non-checked categories. Don't worry, they aren't gone. You can still access and search criteria in these categories at any time by clicking More, and the search functions will work whether or not the category box is checked. Before we explore the results, there's another important feature to use when searching frequently. Whenever you open the Pik-a-Search tool, you will see the same criteria and results from the last search you made. This way, you can look for similar records or results without having to continuously enter the search settings every time. If you ever want to start a search from scratch, just click the Clear Search button to start over and wipe all search terms and criteria. If you find yourself looking for records using the same criteria over and over again, you can also save specific search criteria sets to use later. After performing any search with any filters, you can enter a name for your own organizational use in the box below the filters. Then, you can click Save As to save it as a report. Once saved, you can quickly bring up the same search filters by finding it in the Select Saved Report menu and clicking Load Report. Alternatively, if you want the results of a search to be sent to you regularly, you can click the Save As menu and choose Create Scheduled Email Report. You'll need to enter some details like a record name, a date and time it should be sent, and the users it should be sent to. Once you click Save, the selected users will be sent regular search reports using the criteria you used. If you would like to learn more about this feature, please watch our Scheduled Email Reports training video. When you use Pik-a-Search to look for any information in your databases, the results will be displayed below your search filters. This list will show records as rows with basic details listed for each. Clicking on the blue name link for a record will open it. You can also take actions on several of the resulting records at once by clicking the boxes to the left and using the options above and below the list. Tracker Report will let you see all tracker events that have been created for the selected records. The drop-down menu to the right of this button can be used to include events from multiple mortgage loans per client or only a single loan each. Send Emails will open an email editor and add the selected records automatically listed as recipients. Print Labels and Print Letters will do the same for physical mail communication instead of email, as long as you have enabled the BNTouch Mail module for your account. When you click Start Stop Campaign, you'll see a listing of your marketing campaigns, which you can then either start or stop for all checked records. You can set a date and time for the campaigns to start, and you can even restart campaigns for records that already have the campaign started. The Assign Records button will show a list of your CRM users, who you can then assign the selected records to. Move Records can be used to change the marketing sequence stage for the selected records, or to change the groups assigned to the records. You can select multiple groups for each record using the checkboxes in the list, or you can remove the records from all groups using the box below the menu. If you have selected only two records that are assigned to the same user, you can use the Merge button to sync the information in both records into a single one. You will be shown a list of information for both records, and you can choose which record's information will be kept in the new file using the radio buttons. You can use the Select All buttons at the top of the list to mark all subsequent fields for that record. Then, you can select to combine them into a single record, copy the information to both records, or simply import the selected information into either of the records and leave the other untouched. Delete can be used to remove multiple checked records at once. Lastly, the Send SMS button allows you to compose an SMS text message and send it to each of the selected records. Similarly, the PB Dialer button is used to make phone burner calls to the selected records if that module is enabled. By default, Pik-a-Search will show results in sets of 20 records. You can navigate multiple pages of records using the arrows and numbers below the list. If you want to view more records at once, use the drop-down menu to the upper right of the list. Note that showing more records per page may take longer for your browser to load the Pik-a-Search results. If you want to save a list of the results of any search for your own backup purposes, you can use the Download Page in CSV or Download Full Search in CSV buttons to save them in a spreadsheet file. CSV files, short for comma-separated values, can be opened using Excel, Google Sheets, or other spreadsheet programs. When you save a set of search results using either of the Download in CSV options, the spreadsheet file that results will have the same rows and columns as your search, and they will be in the same order. If you wish to customize what data columns are included in the search results, or the order in which they display, you can do so from the Pipeline view of the Mortgages tab. In the subtabs that display above the search criteria, click the Settings link. In this Marketing Pipeline View Settings screen, select the Search tab to see all of the data columns currently included in your search results screen. You can add more columns using the Add Fields button below, change the data for a column using the drop-down menu, or decrease the number of columns shown by clicking the Remove link to the right of a field. When finished making any changes, be sure to click Update Settings below the list. When you return to a search results screen, the fields you selected before will display in order from left to right. Thank you for watching this training video. To learn more about the BNTouch CRM, please check out our YouTube channel.